There's an aspect of this Luka and Davis trade that no one's really speaking about, but they should, and it's that the Mavericks broke a cardinal rule that exists in the NBA, although it's unspoken about. And it's that there's certain players in the league that you just don't trade. They're simply untradeable, and under no circumstances whatsoever do you trade them, and Luka was one of those guys. It's hard to explain to people that don't follow the NBA, but there's a tier of players, there's a class of players that have existed in NBA history that you simply don't trade under any circumstance, especially before or during their primes. And now that the Mavericks have done this, the ripple effects and the ramifications of this could be bigger than even people realize right now. Everyone's still taking in the trade and still processing it, but the impacts down the line could be even greater than we realize. Everyone's always talking about player empowerment and superstars teaming up with each other and how it's bad for the league, but to me, this is equally as bad. You're talking about a generational player who never handed in a trade request, and now you have fans going to the stadium, bringing coffins, bringing jerseys, and almost in tears because they traded a guy that was supposed to be the greatest player in franchise history. And when we talk about ownership and we talk about the big decision makers and the front offices in the league, they get off light compared to when players hand in a trade request or they want to leave a situation for a better one or just a fresh start. And before this trade, you would look at guys like Luka and Shea and Giannis and even Jokic, and you would be like, those guys would never, ever, ever get traded in existence. And now you look at it and you're like, maybe there is a world where Giannis gets traded. Maybe there is a world where Shea is off the Thunder. Maybe at the right price, Jokic is available. Does Wemby count in this situation? Everything has been turned on its head, and it's because the Mavs committed a cardinal sin that has existed since I've followed the league and as far as I know it. Now, I don't think the effects will manifest themselves anytime soon, but we could look back in 5, 10 years, and this could be a marker in which NBA history was changed forever. Luka was supposed to be untradeable, and frankly, he still should have been, but now this is going to change NBA forever and how we look at free agency and when players' contracts are coming up. So, this is an aspect I think every fan should sit and think about because the league might be changing before our eyes.